Rappers and producers. I don't know what that move was. Maybe it's a little kung fu, I don't know. Rappers and producers, when you are working with other creatives such as video directors and graphic designers, you need to know when to cut your losses. Snip. Rappers and producers, let me ask you a question. Have you ever hired a graphic designer and you share them your vision? Have you ever hired a video director and you shared them your vision, your passionate vision, this video that you just want to get done? You think it's the video is going to change your career for the rest of your life. You think this is the graphic design for an album that's going to be the best album you've ever done, and it's going to be your grand opus, and everybody's going to be like, damn, the album cover is tight. Or maybe they're going to listen to or watch that video and say, man, that's a movie. That's a movie right there. Have you ever had that much excitement that you approach somebody who seems to be on the same page, but when it came to actually getting the work done and actually doing the dance that I'm doing right now, they slacked on you? There are some clues to look for when you're talking about working with other creatives, and there's some things that you have to come to grips with. I made a list of them, and I don't want to miss anything on this list, but I want to get a few points to help you out when it comes to knowing when to cut your losses. What does it mean when I say cut your losses? Sometimes you invest into people financially and you're waiting and you're waiting and you're waiting, and meanwhile your career's waiting, your fans are waiting, and they don't understand why they're waiting. This other person is not as passionate about what you're doing, and they make you wait way too damn long, and then you end up being pissed and without money. You need to know when it's time to go and just eat that money. Oh, you probably don't want to hear that today. Oh, you're gonna have to eat that money sometimes. So the first thing first signs, especially when you're working with a creative, I've always found that it's great to make sure that you're on the same negotiation table. First and foremost, I don't think that you should ever pay a graphic designer or a video director or a photographer the full amount before they've actually rendered the services. I think that's bad business, in my opinion. Some people have dealt with situations, phone shut up. Some people have dealt with situations in which, you know, in defense of the videographer and photographer and graphic designer, they've dealt with situations where people have, you know, stolen their pictures or their watermarks or done things that made them say, no, I need all my money up front. However, that is not the way I feel like fair business is conducted. In my opinion, you should negotiate as the rapper or producer. You should negotiate with the graphic designer, the director, the videographer. You should make sure you negotiate with them, and keep this in mind. Pay half up front. Why do I pay half up front? You pay half up front to them so that, one, they understand that you mean business. They know that you have the finance to take care of this because you did it one time. And secondly, it's a commitment from the other person to say, look, I want the rest of that money, so I need to make sure that I deliver upon my promise. What happens when you pay the full amount of them? There's no incentive to finish the project. That's one thing. I know many people are like, oh, that's kind of common sense. Not a lot of people know about that, and it's crazy how many people don't know about that. That's why I wanted to share that. The second point I wanted to get to: find passionate creators. You don't want to find somebody who's just like, yo, man, I see you got a movement. You know, that's tight. You know what I'm saying? I do video editing. You know, just come holler at me, man. You know, I do it for the low. That's the kind of energy you don't want to be attached to something that you're supremely passionate about. Now, if it's something that you're like, I got a song that maybe I could do a video for. If it's something like that, cool. Maybe you want to take a chance on this person and maybe they'll surprise you and change their energy. 9 times out of 10, I don't think that's going to be the situation. Here's what I'm saying. You got to find somebody who is insanely passionate about what they do, whether they're working with you or anybody else. This is what they do. You don't want to find somebody who can video edit, who can graphic design, who can take pictures. You want to find somebody who can't live without doing it. That is the bar. You need somebody who cannot imagine life without doing this. They may work a 9 to 5, but when that 5:30 comes and they're inside the house, they may still be stanky under the armpits and go straight to their computer to video edit for you. Why? Because they've been thinking about this shit all day long. That's who you want associated to your most passionate project. You don't want to get somebody who shows up to the meeting and maybe they high out their mind and you throwing ideas and they like, yeah, that'd be crazy. And it's like, bro, are you even here with me right now? Come on, bro. And I ain't saying nothing wrong with smoking. I ain't saying I got a lot of friends that smoke. That's like people who be like, I got a lot of friends that's black. But you know what I'm trying to get at. Look, I understand. But it's one of those things where it's like, you need somebody who's going to be on their P's and Q's. It's crazy because I hear about how rappers will, go out of their way, or producers go out their way to look out for their graphic designer and go get them coffee or get them Mountain Dew or whatever they want to keep up. And that person should be in turn the one, and I don't want to sound petty, but they should be the one getting you the coffee and stuff, because they want to make sure you keep the ideas juiced and keep going. You want somebody that's a graphic designer that sits up till 12 a.m. when you got to go to work the next day and they got to go to work, and they like, yo man, just take a shot of espresso. Let's try to get these ideas out. I'm super juiced. I'm excited, man. And you like, damn, I'm excited too about my project, but I gotta go to work tomorrow. You want somebody that's juiced like that. That's gonna make an ultimate change for you. The next point I wanted to make. Find the busiest person you know. I dislike this quote with a passion because of how true it is. Your boy Curtis is very busy. All right, I am supremely busy. Supremely, I'm so busy I couldn't even pronounce the B in busy, or whatever, the B in busy, whatever. Richie's busy too. Okay, we busy people. But guess what? When you want to get something done, the quote says this: when you want to get something done, find the busiest person you know and give it to them. Ooh, I hate that quote. Why? Because I am one of those busiest persons that people know, and they know that when they put it in my hands, not only will I get it done, but I am used to getting things done, and this is why I stay busy. People give me the responsibility to make custom beats for them. Give me the responsibility to do videos for them. Give me the responsibility to show up. Why? Because I show up. I'm a busy person because I stay busy. I make sure that I'm always having my hands into things, and I'm always getting things, pause, and I'm always making sure that I take care of things. That being said, find the busiest person you know. You don't want to have somebody that got all the time in the world to video edit for you. Got all the time in the world to graphic design for you. Because you know what? They're going to use all the time in the world to go ahead and do that stuff for you. And then before you know it, 4 weeks comes, 5 weeks comes. You're missing 4 or 5 deadlines. You're looking up and you're like, bro, what's going on? Oh man, I just been really kind of crazy, man. I've been kind of going through it, man. That's something else too. And I might sound insensitive, but that's fine. I'll go on a limb and I'll sound insensitive because this is your business. This is not your friendship. This is not you having to be, sympathetic. Be sympathetic as a human being, but be able to separate your sympathy away from your business. Because your business still has an integrity that you have to withhold. And some people out here will give you sob story after sob story after sob story. Why? So they can lower the bar. So you don't expect so much of them. If you know somebody is going through it, as a human being, you want to sympathize and be like, man, like, I understand, bro. Like, just take your time with it, man, and get back to me when you want to. Knowing damn well you don't want to do that. You know damn well you don't want to do that. So stop giving these people 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 chances and start realizing, wait a minute, bro. Are you trying to lower the bar on me so that I don't hold you to a certain standard? Because what do? You lower the standard, don't you? That being said, know when to cut your ties. I always say this, and people don't like hearing this, especially when you're losing money. Nobody likes to lose money. I don't like to lose money for sure, but I've lost a lot of money in this business. Sometimes you got to eat that money. Sometimes you got to eat that money and chalk it up as a lesson. I don't care if it's $4,000, $5,000, $18,000. Sometimes you got to eat that $18,000 lesson and say, I will never put my work in the hands of somebody that is that lax, that lazy, that unfortunate, that free with time. I will never put my business in their hand again. I was an $18,000 lesson that someday is going to make me $36,000 when I find the right person. That's the attitude you got to approach it with. Once again, it's another Curtspiration. Look, please subscribe to the channel to get some more of this juice. Be a part of the notification gang. I'm still trying to find a hand signal for this. I don't know what. No, don't give me a shot. Hold on, don't shoot me. Thank you for all my Patreon supporters. Look, rappers, you want one free beat every single month from Curtis King Beats? Go to patreon.com, become one of the $50 members. Producers, you want to get a drum kit? You do the same. Go to patreon.com/Curtis King. Let's be family. Continue to help me pay for this beautiful facility with all these echoes. Anyways, I'm getting off topic. Look, when you're hiring creative people who are in charge of the things that you're passionate about, make sure you're making wise decisions in that. Make sure that you're following your gut. Don't be afraid of being a bad person. Why? Because it's your business at stake. It's your life at stake. It's your life, which you don't know how much time you have. You need to be able to say no and know when to cut your losses and eat that money. And this life, you will not be full of life until you decide to live life to its fullest. Curtis King of CurtisKingBeats.com.
I can't listen to you.
When I listen to you, it's a liability, cause you be mentally killing my inner energy. So I'm concealing my feelings before you injure me.